The fact that you just traded on that proves that you can't be trusted.
Hands in the air. Turn around slowly.
I cannot believe you just asked me
You
that.
respected me enough not to lie to my face.
We took that final step and lived to tell the tale.
Warning, if you are not caught up on General Hospital, there are major spoilers ahead. You have been warned. Now let's get into it. Welcome to General Hospital Media, because Port Charles just turned the entire world upside down, and this time, we are not talking about a hospital scandal or a courtroom showdown. No, this time, we are talking about a transatlantic rescue mission, a man willing to cross oceans for the woman he loves, and a secret so dangerous that the wrong people finding out about it could destroy everything. Valentin Cassadine is on a plane to France, and the reason why is going to leave you absolutely floored. Stay right here, because this story is only just beginning. So let's set the scene, because context is everything when it comes to Port Charles. Anna Devane, the woman who has spent decades as a spy, an agent, a fighter, a survivor, is not sitting comfortably in her penthouse sipping tea. Anna is being held. She is trapped in a facility in France, cut off from everyone she trusts, surrounded by people with power and very little mercy. And the clock? The clock is ticking in the worst possible way. Now here is where things get deeply complicated. Anna did not just stumble into this situation by accident. The threads that led her here go back a long way, to her past in the WSB, to enemies who never forgot her name, to alliances that curdled into something dangerous over the years. She is not just a prisoner. She is leverage. Someone out there wants something, and Anna is the bargaining chip. And the scariest part? Most of the people who love her have no idea just how bad it really is. But Valentin knows, and that changes everything. Because Valentin Cassadine is not someone who sits on his hands when the person he loves is in danger. The man has lived in shadows his entire life. He was raised in secrets, trained in manipulation, shaped by the darkest corners of a world most people never see. He knows how these games are played. He knows the rules, and more importantly, he knows exactly when to break them. And right now, breaking every single rule is the only option on the table. You're watching General Hospital Media, and this is the story that has fans completely on the edge of their seats. Valentin's decision to fly to France did not come out of nowhere. It came after a series of conversations that revealed just how serious this situation truly is. Back in Port Charles, pieces of information started falling into place. A contact here, a whispered detail there, and Valentin slowly assembled a picture that made his blood run cold. Anna is not just being questioned. She is being held against her will in a facility that has very little transparency and very little accountability. Getting her out through official channels is not just slow. It is dangerous, because the people running this thing have reach. They have connections. And if the wrong move is made, if the wrong person is tipped off, the situation for Anna goes from bad to catastrophic. So Valentin made a choice. A very Valentin choice. He is not going through the system. He is going around it. Now let's talk about what this rescue mission actually means emotionally, because this is not just action and strategy. This is a man putting his life on the line for a woman who has been at the center of his world for years. The history between Valentin and Anna is layered in ways that go far beyond simple romance. They have been adversaries. They have been allies. They have pushed each other to their limits and pulled each other back from the edge. What they share is built on a foundation of knowing each other in ways that very few people ever get to truly know another person. The good, the broken, the complicated, all of it. And that is exactly why Valentin cannot sit in Port Charles and wait. Because waiting means risking losing her. And that is something he simply will not accept. But here is where this story takes a turn that nobody saw coming. While Valentin is doing everything he can to reach Anna, there are people back in Port Charles who are not just worried, they are suspicious. Not everyone is on the same page about what Valentin's real intentions are. And that tension is absolutely boiling. There are those who look at this France trip and see a hero making a desperate move for love. And then there are those who look at the same trip and see something else entirely. A man with a history of manipulation, a man whose past does not exactly scream trustworthy, a man who might have reasons for getting to Anna that go far beyond just saving her. Is Valentin truly riding in as her rescuer? Or is there something more complicated going on beneath the surface? That question is haunting this entire storyline, and it is what makes it so utterly compelling. This is General Hospital Media, your source for Port Charles breaking drama, and we are just getting to the part where things get really dangerous. Because the facility where Anna is being held is not just a building with guards and locked doors. It is connected to something bigger. There are powerful interests invested in keeping Anna exactly where she is, and those interests are not going to roll over quietly when they sense someone coming. Which means Valentin walking into France is not just bold. It is extremely risky. The kind of risky that has consequences. The kind of risky where things go wrong in ways you cannot predict. And spoilers are suggesting that things do not go smoothly. Not even close. There are indications that Valentin hits a wall, a major complication, something that forces him to make a decision that could either save Anna or accidentally make her situation worse. The details are still developing, but what we are hearing points to a betrayal somewhere in the chain. Someone Valentin trusted with information about this rescue, someone who knew the plan, who knew the timeline, may have tipped off the wrong people. And if that is true, if there really is a leak in this operation, then Valentin does not just walk into danger. He walks into a trap. Think about what that means for a second. Valentin, a man who has spent his entire life being the smartest person in any room he walks into, the man who always has a contingency and always sees 3 moves ahead. If he gets played, if someone got to him before he could get to Anna, the fallout is going to be seismic. Because it does not just threaten the mission. It threatens his life. It threatens Anna's safety. And it exposes just how deep this conspiracy actually goes. Meanwhile, back in Port Charles, the people who are connected to this situation are carrying the weight of not knowing. There is a very particular kind of agony that comes with loving someone who is in danger on the other side of the world and being completely powerless to help. And the emotional toll of that is written all over the faces of the people who care about Anna. Every phone call that does not come. Every update that arrives too slowly. Every silence that stretches just a little too long. It is devastating in its own quiet way. And some of those people are starting to ask harder questions. If Valentin fails, if something goes wrong in France, what happens next? Who is left to fight for Anna? Who has the resources, the connections, the sheer audacity to go up against whatever is holding her? Because this is Port Charles, and nothing ever stays contained to just one storyline. The ripple effects of what happens in that French facility are going to be felt all the way back home. We are still waiting on key details about how this all resolves, or whether it resolves at all in the near term. General Hospital is clearly building towards something massive here, and the France storyline feels like it is setting the stage for a confrontation that will shake Anna's world to its core and redefine where Valentin stands, both in the story and in her life. So here is what we want to know from you. Do you believe Valentin is doing this purely out of love? Or do you think there is something else underneath the surface that we have not seen yet? And if there really is a traitor somewhere in this chain, someone who sold out the plan, who do you think it is? Drop your theories in the comments right now. We read every single one, and you all have caught things that even we miss sometimes. If you are loving this breakdown, please hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel more than you know. Share this video with every General Hospital fan you know, because this story is one that deserves to be talked about. And if you have not subscribed to General Hospital Media yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we are dropping updates constantly and you do not want to miss a single moment of what is coming next. Because trust us, what is coming next is going to be extraordinary. This is General Hospital Media, and we will be right back with more from Port Charles as soon as this story develops. Anna's fate is hanging in the balance. Valentin is crossing oceans and risking everything. And somewhere out there, someone is pulling strings that none of them can see yet. Stay close, stay tuned, and we will see you in the next one.